Welcome to LinguaWire English B1. Today, we have two stories. Japan and the United States support the yen. Deadly protests continue in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at LinguaWire.com. Japan and the United States act together to support the yen. Now we go to Mia, our LinguaWire correspondent for business.
This is rare, Daniel. Japan and the US confirmed a joint intervention last week to stop the yen falling further.
So this was not just talk. They actually stepped into the market.
Yes. And what makes it notable is that both countries said they did it together. The yen had fallen to a fresh 40-year low, so the pressure was building fast.
A 40-year low sounds serious. Why does a weaker yen matter so much?
Because it affects prices and confidence. A weak yen can make imports cost more in Japan and worry investors about bigger problems ahead. Officials want to stop a sell-off in the yen and Japanese government bonds.
And the report says they are also thinking about the wider impact, not just Japan itself.
Exactly. They want to stop trouble spreading into the global economy. A weak yen can even affect borrowing costs in Washington, so this is not only a Japanese issue.
That is a surprising link. Money in Tokyo can end up mattering in Washington too.
It can, especially when large currencies move quickly. A Tokyo-based economist said the US joined because it offered good benefits at a low cost. That suggests both sides saw this as a practical move, not a symbolic one.
What do we know about future action?
Both Japan's Ministry of Finance and US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent have said they will not hesitate to act again. The source says they may continue with occasional joint intervention for some time.
So the message is also meant to calm traders.
Yes, and that may be the point. Even if the actual amount of money is not huge, the warning itself can matter. If traders think officials are ready to step in, some of them may hold back.
That is a very clear way to see it. It is not only about the cash they spend, but about the signal they send.
That is right. The yen has been weak mainly because Japan's interest rates are much lower than those in the US and other major economies. Lower rates can make a currency less attractive to foreign investors.
And Japan has already started changing that a little, hasn't it?
It has. The Bank of Japan raised its main rate in June to 1%, which is the highest level since 1995, but the gap with the US is still large, and that keeps the pressure on the yen.
So this story is really about currency policy, but also about trust and timing.
Yes, it shows how closely central banks, finance ministries, and markets watch each other. In a world like this, even one currency move can send a wider message.
Protests in Pakistan-administered Kashmir are turning deadly. Now we go to Noah, our LinguaWire correspondent for society.
Daniel, the scene in Rawalakot is very tense. Doctors there say they are treating badly injured protesters after clashes with security forces.
And this is happening right inside a city, not far from the protest site.
Yes, Dr. Anwar's makeshift clinic is close to the main protest area. It is a very basic place, a spare bedroom used for supplies, and a bed outside under a red tarpaulin.
That picture alone says a lot. It sounds like a place working at the edge of its limits.
It is. The doctor says they can give first aid, stop bleeding, clean and dress wounds, and remove superficial bullets. But people with serious injuries to the chest, head, abdomen, or other vital organs need proper hospitals.
So the clinic can only deal with the first stage of emergency care.
Exactly. He says even big hospitals would struggle if many such patients arrived at once. Since 27 July, the clinic has treated around 50 to 60 critically injured people. He personally treated 15 to 20 gunshot wounds.
Those numbers are hard to hear. What is driving the fear around the hospitals?
Protesters are scared to go there. They fear they may be arrested or shot. The authorities have said that claim is not correct, but that fear is still keeping people away.
So even treatment becomes part of the conflict.
Yes, and that is one of the most troubling parts of the story. If people do not trust hospitals or security forces, then wounds can get worse very fast. A small clinic cannot carry that burden alone.
The report also says dozens of people have been killed in the wider region over the last 2 months.
That is right. The clashes have spread across the region, and elections are taking place there too. So the protests are happening in a very sensitive political moment.
And the authorities and protesters do not seem to agree on the facts.
They do not. The doctor and the protesters describe a dangerous situation while the authorities reject part of that account. That gap matters because it affects whether people feel safe enough to seek help.
It sounds like a crisis where medicine, fear, and politics are all mixed together.
That is a good way to put it. In Rawalakot, a clinic is not just a clinic right now. It is also a sign of how strained daily life has become.
First, 3 words from Story 1. Intervention. A careful action to change a difficult situation. In the story, it meant the 2 countries stepping into the currency market to help the yen. Example: the central bank made an intervention to calm the market. Sell-off. A fast wave of selling. In the story, it described people selling yen and Japanese government bonds quickly. Example: the sell-off pushed prices down in 1 day. Speculator. A person who tries to make money from changes in prices. In the story, it was used for traders who may react quickly to currency moves. Example: some speculators sold the currency when the news came out. Now the grammar point, will not hesitate. We use this phrase to say that people are ready to act firmly if needed. Japan's Ministry of Finance and U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said they will not hesitate to do more joint interventions later. The authorities have said that they will not hesitate to act again. Repeat after me. Will not hesitate to act. Before you go, do you actually know your level and your strengths and weaknesses? Take LinguaWire's quick language assessment. Comprehension, vocabulary, grammar, and listening are each scored separately, so you know exactly what to work on. From there, LinguaWire builds you a personal 12-week plan around your level, goals, and availability. Start at linguawire.com today.